Hello guys, wherever you are, I hope you're having a wonderful time. Your host Jesse in another episode of Bullish Banter, joined by a special guest, and as usual,
Rufus Kamau here.
How are you doing, Rufus?
I'm doing fine.
Excellent. Once again, international flight for Bullish Banter. Solo, how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Yeah. How are you finding the Kenyan weather?
Quite chilly.
Yeah, chilly. Yeah, in preparation for London, I guess, yeah?
How is my friend M7?
He's really doing well now.
Okay.
Awesome.
Nice one. Now, you have been trading, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, perhaps how did you get yourself into the financial markets?
Of course. Not of course.
Mm-hmm.
Me as Solomon,
Yes.
I found about the financial markets on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking up ways to make money. Then, well, of course, it wasn't the first thing I saw.
Yeah.
I was trading alone. Back then, it wasn't the obvious thing to start with in Uganda.
Uh-huh.
I first tried social media, Instagram pages, and a lot more other stuff.
Yeah.
Till one time I was looking, then I saw some ad of some weird website.
Okay.
I don't want to mention them here.
No worries.
But then I deposited money on that thing.
Uh-huh.
I thought I was trading.
Okay,
I
go ahead.
deposited money.
Yes.
I made more profits.
Uh-huh.
So in the time of why didn't I withdraw my profits?
Uh-huh.
Then I'm like, okay, go withdraw. Then I try withdrawing. First thing they tell me, service is not available. I withdraw again. Wait after 3 months. I'm like, bro, I deposited this money in seconds and you're telling me to wait for 3 months?
Mm-hmm.
And something hit in my head. I'm like, why don't you go check the comments on Play Store? Because people really give feedbacks there.
Yeah.
So I went to read the feedbacks. Apparently, people had done the same thing I did.
Okay.
And they were suffering. Someone was actually waiting for their money for over a year. And I was like, well, if someone has been waiting for all that time, I'm doomed. So when I knew that what I was doing was fake, I kept on pushing. I was like, if someone came up with a fake scenario of trading, I think there is something original. Because as we all know, there is an original thing, then many people would make duplicates out of it.
Interesting.
So I was like, hey, keep looking.
Yeah.
As I was looking, then I saw some young kids making tons of money on YouTube. And I was like, hey, I think it's high time I also talk to one of them.
Yeah.
I talked to one of them. Apparently they were coming from a different country, not Uganda.
Okay.
I talked to them. They're like, hey, pay mentorship. Of course, as any beginning trader, you don't first want to pay mentorship.
Yes.
I think all my students don't want to pay mentorship. They want to first try out their luck.
Okay.
I think they call it beginner's luck.
Yeah.
See if, I can trade, I can make it myself. They have that faith in them. So I got signals from that guy. But signals are not for a long time. You can make signals today. You can make money from signals today. Tomorrow you might lose and all that stuff.
A quick one. Was this during the COVID lockdown?
Yeah, COVID lockdown. Actually, before the COVID lockdown, because I just finished my university and I was looking for other ventures.
Yeah. What did you major in?
Yeah.
What did you major in? University?
Surveying.
Oh, awesome.
Land surveying.
Yes.
Do you still intend to do that?
Not at all.
You mentioned something about copying the original, eh? So are you on Instagram threads?
In Instagram
Threads. Yeah,
The new app by
Zuckerberg.
Imitating Twitter.
I actually didn't know about it.
Interesting. That's interesting. I guess that's the current. I think there is a threat of a lawsuit going on with that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because he basically did the same thing, but now more Instagram-ish, and the concept is basically Twitter. Yeah. So in Uganda, you said you took your time on YouTube. Maybe how many months, years did you take learning, and what was the process like?
The learning process, was quite short.
Okay.
Learning the strategy, you could learn the strategy in a day. My mentor told me, hey, Solomon, I'm going to give you everything you need in a week.
Okay.
And it's upon you to either make this work
Okay.
or lose everything. So when I understood that, I was like, this guy is giving me everything in a week. He thinks it's enough. Like, what's the same? I had questions.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to go for like a month or something.
Yeah.
So he gave me his everything, his strategy. But he told me one thing governs what you will make from the market, the market, and that's your psychology, your heart towards the market. Are you this type of trader who will enter? Yes, your strategy is right. You'll analyze the market for hours, come up with a good setup, and watch it leave you. Are you that trader who will enter the market, jump out with small profits, then hold to your stop loss? So he told me all those things, and I was like, hey, I think I don't want to do that. I did the opposite.
You know what I call it? The mouse that grabs the cheese and runs back to the hole.
Maybe in your words, I know this question comes a lot. What is your strategy?
My strategy
Yes.
is, well, it's
First of all, what do you trade, and then
I
how
trade
do
price
you?
action.
Yeah.
My strategy, I could call that break and retest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So which products or assets have you maybe measured on that you feel
I
like?
only trade GBP, JPY, and GBP USD and gold. Only that.
So today, being the weeks of NFP and PMIs and ISM, are you in the markets, or are those cautious traders?
I also don't trade fundamentals.
You don't trade fundamentals.
I just trade normal days.
Interesting.
One thing that I know that the news follows structure. So if I'm in a trade and the news finds me in that trade, I'll let it run.
Nice.
But I'm not the type of trader who anticipates the NFP then bring out 10 lots or 100 lots to make more money. I do everything the normal way, and I don't anticipate any news event.
So you learned this the hard way, or
The hard way. I have a story.
Let's hear
Everything
Let's
comes
hear
from the
it.
hard way. Back then, it was NFP. NFP was booming those days.
Yeah.
CPI. Actually, NFP boomed, then CPI came in. So there was a time I was like, hey, I'm going to become rich. I got all my savings. I put them all on the account. And that's one mistake all traders do.
Yes.
They think that, hey, if I have money here and I put it all on the account, I could become rich. Hey, you're going to lose every single penny of that money. So as that trader, I got the money, put it on my MT5.
Yeah.
The news event was coming out at 3:30.
Yeah.
So it so happened I didn't have a lot of knowledge on news by then or trading. So for the past few events, the market was selling. I think that was CPI. It was selling. I was like, I can't be the unlucky one, and it buys on that day I sell.
Yeah.
So that day I sold because it had been selling for some time. I had no knowledge about the markets. I sold, actually contributed money with some friend of mine, which were like, it's going to work. We're going to become billionaires. Money was lost in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
If I'm exact.
Okay.
2 seconds, all the money was down. I was like, hell no. We did it again. Tried again, lost that money. I lost money on news events I can't even count. But all that taught me that, hey, don't anticipate a news event. You can trade slowly on your pace and still make it in the markets.
Okay.
And truth be told, I have made it that way.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I've seen your socials. You talk sometimes about prop firms, and I know in the previous episode we covered a bit about it. Maybe we did the basics of it, like you pay for a certain amount of money, and you yourself, you have used savings. So, do you consider it a good path for a beginner trader, or it is something you take on maybe later on in your trading journey when you have experience?
I'll go with your second say. I would want a trader to experience that feeling of loss.
Okay.
Because without failure, you can't learn.
Interesting.
If you come with that mentality of, hey, I have big money, I'm going to make big money, the trader is not going to make it. They'll buy tons of accounts and still lose.
Okay.
Someone who starts with a real account, let's say you open an fxpressor account and you start trading, you get the real feeling of, hey, I'm getting a margin call. My account is getting blown. If you don't use risk management, this will happen.
Yes.
If you hold for long, you'll get profits. If you bring a new person to a prop firm with all those rules and they had no knowledge about a real account, they're most likely to lose that prop firm.
Okay.
Exactly.
Interesting. Maybe what are the rules and maybe what are the lessons you have learned from it?
From prop firms?
Yeah.
So the first rule is that you have to really be patient, because they'll give you that money the first day and you will look at it. If you bought a big prop firm, let me say you bought a prop firm worth 300,000 USD, and you saw that money and you feel like, hey, I need money quick. Shouldn't look at it that way, even if it was a $5,000 account, because there are prop firms that go as low as that. I don't want someone to look at it as it's coming fast. It's not going to come fast.
Yeah.
There is a reason they give you time to this thing.
Okay.
But still, I personally don't want to work on people's time. I have an idea that everyone in this world makes something to make money out of it. They don't care about what the receiving end gets.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. There are good people who still mind what their customer feels about everything, but the biggest percentage doesn't care about what you feel when you buy. So prop firms make sure that, hey, you have to fail. Actually, I don't know if you've heard the story. Prop firms don't use real money. Even when they give you the live account, they will just give you a demo to trade with it.
Okay.
Some just copy your trades to other accounts, if that's possible.
Interesting.
I read with some other prop firm that does that. They won't entrust you with the money.
Okay.
Because even when you think about it, you just purchase an account of 1.3K, you get an account worth 300,000 USD. Do you think the prop firm will just give you all that money on a live account? Still a question I have. Though I've read somewhere and they might be giving you demos.
I guess you are validating my point of, let me look at my money. Let me put in my money in my account, maybe an fxpressor account, something I can look at. Of course, with regulation, that gives me some degree of confidence that nothing will happen. And in your words, learn and manage your risk well, because I think that is the best way to do it, rather than having multiple layers of access to your money. I think that's what I'm getting from this.
Yeah, I've never really understood it. You deposit or you buy a horse for, let's say, $500 or $1,000.
Yeah.
And somebody gives you 300K, $1,000. That's like 30 million Kenya shillings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't add up.
Yeah, it's too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. Now, on to another interesting feature within the Forex markets, bots. Have you ever used any?
Yes, I have.
Okay. What has been your experience so far, and how did you come about it, first of all?
Bots, first of all, they are bots that work on demo accounts. Recently, not recently, is it like 3 months ago, someone reached out to me. They had a bot.
Yeah.
Now, you see, for the funded accounts, their bots can pass your phase 1 and phase 2. Then they give you the live account. I don't know if you have heard about that.
Yeah.
So there are those bots. They can't trade live accounts. Then my experience of bots with, let me say, if any broker allowed me to use a bot with their with their accounts. First of all, the news events, you might end up in a shithole. You might lose all your money.
Yeah.
So that you have to be woke that, hey, if I'm making money with this robot, I need to know when to when to stop it, probably.
Okay.
That's saying. Then you need to also put in mind risk management. If you are the one going to program your bot, still there are some other bots that require you to make analysis first.
Yeah.
Then the only thing they will do is give you money. Because if you have to think about it, there are 3 ways to make money out of this market. Actually, there are 3 things in this market.
Yeah.
There is an uptrend, there is a downtrend, and there is consolidation. So if you find yourself in consolidation with a bot, I've realized bots can be very bad in that type of market.
Okay. Interesting. Now, trading's in Uganda. How is it at the moment? I know with the fxpressor Academy opening there has been some degree of awareness, of course, and learning. How is it, and how do you compare in terms of when you started and where it is now, and perhaps where it will be going in the coming couple of months and years?
Truth be told, trading is still young in Uganda. If I was to compare it to other countries like South Africa or Ghana or Nigeria, where trading is really on point, I haven't really made the research about Kenya, but I still know that Kenya might have more traders than in Uganda.
Okay.
Ugandans are still in that whole blaming government. They like that so much.
Okay.
They look at one closed door and forget that there is an open window they could pass through. So
Yeah.
I know that in Uganda we still need to push more because there's still few
Okay.
people who are trading in Uganda.
Okay. Now, in terms of education, you do educate yourself or new traders? Like
Yeah, I teach traders.
Okay.
I give all services.
Yeah, I know what Trufas does is more broad. You will cover maybe not just forex trading, but also personal finance, maybe how to understand macroeconomics. Do you feel with the level of financial literacy in Uganda, is it something you put in your courses, or how do you approach, you focus your trading only on one asset?
Yeah, if you want to make someone wealthy, actually you can't make someone wealthy. It's them to make themselves wealthy.
Yeah.
It starts with themselves. It starts with you as a person. Then if you don't work on yourself, you can't make it in trading too.
Okay.
Because whenever you make a mistake in the market, it's not the market making you that loss. It's yourself or me making that loss.
Yeah.
So your question was...
the aspect of education, like is it just forex trading or it covers all the other aspects of
that
macro?
part of I still teach my students how they can manage their finances,
Okay.
what to invest, what to save, what to spend, all that I cater for them, because I fell in that situation where I put all my money on a broker, lost it all because my psychology wasn't in check.
Yeah.
Whenever you're trading all that money that you have, knowing that you don't even have a meal for tomorrow, most likely to lose it. So I also teach them that if you deposit some money on your broker, leave some money elsewhere.
Yeah.
Or like fxpressor did the wallet. And you can leave some money in the wallet, trade with some other money.
Okay.
Then if this one gets... If you make a loss, because the losses are there, assured. If you make a loss, you can top up easily. You're not going to have to cut off your hospital bills or your food bills at all.
Yeah.
I think that was a really profound point. Kind of mirrors the point from Mark Douglas. He basically insists a lot that as a trader, you have to take personal responsibility for your actions. In a way that if you're trading, let's say you're trading gold, if you're trading oil or whatever asset that is, looking backwards, if you did not participate in the market, the market would still have done the same exact thing.
Yeah.
So it's your own actions that actually contribute to you making a profit or a loss.
Yeah.
Which means that at all times you have to take responsibility for the actions you take. I think it was a really good point.
Yeah, that point I actually like what he said when whenever you make a loss, take full responsibility. If you don't, and you keep blaming the market, you blame the market, still you're on zero.
Yeah. For most traders, I see them, especially beginners, blaming either getting sentimental about an asset. I don't trade oil. Oil is bad. You can be a beast. I normally get a lot of those kinds of responses.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll say, I don't trade on Mondays. Mondays are the worst days to trade. But it was your actions. It basically never really is the markets to blame.
Yeah.
You've seen those guys in sports betting.
Yeah.
A guy would let's say bet on a game between Arsenal and Man United. Then the next day they are saying, "Oh, Arsenal is a bad team," but it's their decision.
Are you really saying it's not a bad team, or you're just
No.
he's going through the baobab tree to say the same one thing? Yeah. Now, away from the losses to now sort of securing the future and personal finance, I believe you have been quite successful in your trading journey. For me, I do diversify into the stock markets and ETFs and money market funds, whatever I make. How do you approach when you make, let's say, a good day in the market? Do you continue to keep it in there, or you diversify your investments?
Basically, where do you hide your cheese?
Yeah.
Okay. about my
Goldberg.
Okay, whatever I do, I do prop firms. I do real accounts. So in my doing of prop firms, you can't withdraw the money daily. Exactly. But if you're in that time of payout, you can't probably get that payout. I get all the payout. Let's first talk about the prop firms. I get the payout, then I do my percentage thing, invest, save, and spend. The investment money, part of it goes to my real broker. Because, of course, if you don't have anywhere else, you're going to get big capital for your real broker, you will have to get a prop firm. And so on the real account, how do I do it? I withdraw money daily. If I made profits today, I would withdraw. And I don't deposit twice. I deposit once, unless my risk management wasn't in check.
Okay.
Probably if I wanted to flip the account, that's when I would deposit again.
Okay.
But if everything is in check, I don't deposit. When I make profits, I withdraw 50% of that day's profit.
Okay.
Keep some, still do 50, another percentage rule to that 50. It's a long process.
Do you party with the profits?
Do you have a dividend policy?
Yes. For me, it's 25% of the profits.
Yeah,
25, so that I'm able to grow the margin, and then the 25 now. So in my broker's account, there is, of course, the Forex, but now you will find myself, this is not an investment advice, by the way. You will find myself, like recently, I think it was on Monday, where I did an analysis on Facebook, and it was at around 270. 270 to 69 on Monday when they announced they are going to release threads on Thursday. And you look at everything, how it has been throughout the year, almost 160 percentage rise. With the new customers, with how Facebook has been doing marketing, negating the court cases they have in Canada regarding and France regarding marketing, I say, okay, whatever I'll make from the Forex market, I'll definitely get some positions in Facebook and see how this threads thing perform. And truth be told, I think it's right now at around 290 something. 290 something with 10 million plus onboarded. That is a lot of eyeballs. That is a lot of revenue for them. So that's how I do it. So the 25, I put it there. And that's how I go about it. So of course the dividend policy is from Facebook plus also.
Do you think Facebook threads will outpace ChatGPT growth?
I think this year we have had a lot of noise from the tech side. Some of them are not really innovations. They are like, copy-pasted social media platforms. So, yes, I think Facebook has more realistic chance in terms of revenue growth compared to ChatGPT. I don't see ChatGPT really, companies onboarding it other than the AI companies making a windfall in revenue sales from supporting it.
But the number of daily active users is rising for ChatGPT.
I guess unless they intertwine the two. But I think Facebook as a company as a whole,
yes,
definitely. I think right now they go by the name Meta. So that is I think Meta still will outpace ChatGPT.
Oh, sorry about diverting, but right. So they have two products this year. They have the Meta Threads and of course the VR headset.
You see, another thing. So I think the AI is still going on, so we'll see how it goes. So now back to your participation in the industry. I know with the fxpressor office, what is your first, do I put it, opinion on the fxpressor impression on it?
First impression
of the fxpressor Academy in Kampala.
They came to Uganda. I was glad that we had a brokerage that's making offices in Uganda.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, probably there are some other in Uganda brokerages, but they aren't going so big. You are the first guys to come from out to build offices, make offices in Uganda. I was happy. So I was reached out to go check them out. And I checked them out. They were really good. Okay. Good customer care. They keep checking up on you. So my whole feedback about you, fxpressor, is that they're really good.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
I think we are solving an initial problem that you mentioned, where you found a website where you deposited money, started trading, and somehow you couldn't withdraw. So as fxpressor, we present our traders an opportunity to trade within a regulated environment where there's actual physical offices where you can visit, you can get support, and in case you have any problems, you have a legal recourse.
And I know with the most important bit, regulation makes sure that you can get your money within the day. Unless something happens, you should be able to get it as instant as possible, rather than what you were waiting for 3 months. Maybe as we come to a close, what are your parting shots? I know we are celebrating 5 years as fxpressor, so maybe what are your parting shots to traders, and of course what you view for the next 1 year in regards to the markets?
Well, my parting shots to traders are, of course, they shouldn't give up. That shouldn't be part of their thing. It shouldn't even cross their minds. Trading needs a lot of consistency, persistency, late nights, early mornings. It's not as easy as it shows as they show you on social media. Really need to put in the work and get educated. You're not going to learn everything from YouTube. You'll get a lot which will become poison. So get a mentor. They will tell you what to do. Could be any mentor. As long as you see that they are worth your time, give them your money, they teach you. Start off from there. Do what they tell you, and it would be the best advice I could give. And something else probably. There's this statement that says, make big risks with small money, and make calculated small risks with big money. Do that. Life will be simple. You can't play it safe when you have no kids. If you are a teenager, you're still living off your parents' money, there is no reason for you to play it safe. You're living under a house. Hell, you could put all the money on your brokerage. I could tell you, do what you want. Don't play it safe. You'll play it safe when the time is right. Get kids, start playing it safe. That's all I have for them.
Rufus?
Awesome. I think there's nothing to add. That was like drops mic.
If you love this session and perhaps you have a question, do not forget to share, like, subscribe on whichever listening device or platform you do. And more importantly, feel free to reach out to us, any question you have. And Solomon, thank you for gracing us. I hope you have learned one or two things, and we hope to have you later on as we celebrate 5 years in Kenya and in the industry. Guys, have a wonderful day.